Hello, hello, and welcome back to Dream Queen. I clear my throat chakra. Any questions as to what it is that I do? How do I do it? How do I get the songs, services that I provide, donations, and anything else like that, channels that I recommend, people that I work with, down below in the description. If you hear my dogs barking, you know, which I can do, you know. Their free will is to bark if they want to. So this is going to be a little different than what I normally do. So I'm going to be doing, I'm just reading because I wrote some stuff down, twin flame connections between different elements. And I was pulled to do this. The year is coming to an end, and I feel like a lot of people need are kind of looking for like guidance of what's going to happen towards you know, the end of the year and starting 2020. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and we're going to get started. So the first twin flame connection reading is between Earth and Earth, and the song is Not a Bad Thing by Justin Timberlake. And the verse that spoke out to me was, but I could be the guy to heal it over time, and I won't stop until you believe it. So what I'm sensing is between this connection, whether it's the DM or the DF, regardless of who it is that has been hurt to the point where they feel that they were broken, or they were completely let down over and over again, in regards to different connections, different relationships, not just romantic relationships, but just relationship in general. There are, the energies that I'm picking up are people that have been betrayed by not just a romantic person or lover, but also by friends, by coworkers, by people that they really considered at one point in their life to be there for them, if that makes any sense. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to pull out, sorry, I was reading a text message. I should probably just clear that off so I won't be distracted, even though it's on silent. It's like on Do Not Disturb, but I still look at it. Oh well. Anyways, we're going to pull out 3 oracle cards, and I'm going to pull out 1 for the DM energy, 1 for the DF energy, and then 1 for the connection. Feel free to exchange the roles between the DM and the DF if you feel that it's needed. The connection is probably just going to be the only one that really cannot be exchanged, because it's kind of like what's going on within the connection itself. And some of the things you may not even be aware that are happening or are taking place in the soul level, depending on how tuned in you are. And I guess Earth and Earth, you guys chose your card without me having to choose them for you. So we're doing DM, connection, and then the DF. So for the DM, we have Seer, see beyond the current situation. For the DF, we have Lord, take charge with authority. And for the connection, we have the Oracle, wait for important information. So then I am going to use, these. So I'm going to pull out 3 cards to clarify, and then we'll go into a little bit what I feel that the Seer is saying in this particular reading. And then I will read the quick message for the Seer, as well as I will, God, you guys have a lot to say, as the same as I will do with the other 2 oracle cards. Yeah, you guys, Earth sign, I'm an Earth sign, so it's like, I'm a Capricorn sun. So it's like they have a lot to say. Alrighty, let's see. Let's go, guys. Okay. So DM, divine masculine within this connection. Someone's like a little quiet. So for the Seer, it says, see beyond your current situation. And let's see, what page is that on? one, Seer, okay, 62. Whew. I know, I feel kind of like, ooh, 62. Look beyond your current situation, raise your vibration, and focus on love. So that was for the Divine Masculine. And I'm sensing as somebody that just has had, I want to say, a lot of internal conflicting disagreement or arguments within themselves because of the people that they have chosen to have around themselves, the people that they have chosen to love, the people that they have chosen to trust, and realizing and seeing that, let me just bring this up a little, that a lot of their energy and a lot of their efforts, a lot of their time was wasted. But what they have to understand is that it was not wasted. It was everything that happened for a reason. It happened for them to learn something. So they have to come to this point where they realize that it is not about what we could have done, should have done, but it's about what we do moving on from this point forward. And it's funny because the King of Cups came out in the reverse. Then we have the Fool, and then Judgment in the reverse. And I feel that with the King of Cups in the reverse, you know, when it says, you know, when I read the meaning of the card, it said about, you know, what was it that I don't know, something about love, trusting in love or something like that. But I feel like the Divine Masculine within this connection, it's not so much that they're trying to withhold the love, but it's just so much that they don't feel that they're receiving the love that they should be receiving. They don't feel loved around those that they have chosen to have around them. And it's like, you know, if you're in a place where you feel that nobody is understanding you, nobody is, you're not connecting with anybody, then it's for a reason. It's time to move out of those situations. So if this Divine Masculine is in current relationships or anything like that, they need to move out of that. They need to move away from that because it is not fulfilling anymore. It is no longer aligned with them or with their soul. And once they come to that understanding and to realize that, then they're going to move forward with the Fool, meaning they're going to, and you know, and I want to bring out the Judgment in reverse because it's like right next to it, and I feel like these two cards are actually like kind of like 1 and 2. It's like they are going to come to that understanding, and they're going to come at peace with everything that has happened in the past. So when it comes to the Judgment in reverse, is that they are not going to try and kind of like break everything down and try to get apologies from people or try to come to a compromise with those people that wronged them. But in essence, they're just going to let it go and just keep on moving forward with their life because they know with the Fool and the Upright that what their soul and what their heart is seeking for is out there, and they feel their DF, they feel that connection, and at the end of the day, that is the only thing that they want to focus on. When it comes to the DFs, and we had the Lord take charge with authority, to me that is like, you know, the time to be playing games, the time to be entertaining other guys, the time to be entertaining other people, other thoughts and things like that really has to be let go of, because as the DF, and as you have heard many times before, give me a second, page 50, you are the leader and you need to take charge. And how do you take charge? You take charge by by working on your alignment, by working on yourself, and by working on your mission, on your path, and by staying connected to your higher self and not allowing the little things that happen, the little distractions that are all around you. You need to stand strong in who you are. And the Lord, it says, don't be afraid to take charge or use your voice. Be strong. And when we're using our voice, it's not just our voice to speak to our DM, but it's to speak to anyone, to every situation in our life. So that means you have to speak to your thoughts. You have to speak to your body. You have to speak to your heart. You have to speak to everything that you are, because otherwise you're not being you. You're withholding you're holding part of yourself back, and that is definitely not needed. And then we have and all of your cards came out in the upright. We have the Three of Wands, the Eight of Wands, and then the King of Wands, which is kind of cool because we were talking about, speaking up. So with this, I feel that when it comes to communicating, not just with your person, but with everyone, you are going to leave this energy of restriction or holding back, or being cautious about like not hurting other people's feelings, because you have come to the understanding that if you yourself are in control of your feelings and your emotions, then that means that people, everyone, whomever you connect with, also has control of their emotions and perception. So you're coming to that understanding that what you say may not always be received as you say it, but it is not up to you to make the decisions for others how to they receive your information. When it comes in connection to your DM, I feel that when he comes in, and he's coming in as the as the Fool, ready to want this connection, you are going to speak from your heart, and there might be times where when you're going to say things that you're going to kind of like doubt yourself, because you're going to feel like, oh my God, am I going to hurt his feelings? But it's like you have to snap out of that, because the truth is the truth, and you know the truth. You know who your person is, and you need to be able to speak to them openly without holding back from who you are. And the Oracle card that came out for the connection is wait for important information. And I feel that this is, when we talk about our souls, we talk about twin flames, it's like, if we honestly believe that by aligning ourselves, we can draw in our twin flame, it is because when we are aligned feminine and masculine energy, they can also sense it and allows them to move forward. Now, with that understanding, my perception of it, and this is not something that I heard from anyone or anything like that, this is my own personal belief, is that we share the same energies. We share the same masculine, the same feminine energy. That's why when we are feeling we're empowered and we're aligned with them both, they sense that, and that's the reason why it allows them to come forward. If our masculine or our feminine energy are harnessing any negative energies or any negative thoughts, they themselves are feeling that, and at a soul level is not allowing them to move forward in the 3D, if that makes any sense. So the Oracle, it is page 56. So the Oracle, be open and receptive to information. Gather facts so that you can make a decision that is in line with your integrity. And I feel like, what I was talking about when it comes to energies between the DM and the DF, we have the Page of Wands in the upright, the Page of Cups in the reverse, and then the Seven of Wands. And to me, this Page of Wands is that back and forth communications between the souls. Even if you're not actively hearing or feeling the telepathic communication, it is something that is constantly always going on. So you have to come to that understanding that the communication between you and your DM, even if you guys are not physically seeing each other physically together, it is constantly going on. So you have to be very careful with your thoughts, that you don't go into this energy of, even if you're not saying it to your person, or even if you're not saying it to other people, but that you're not thinking that your person doesn't love you, you're not thinking that your person doesn't want you, because when you go into this energy, they sense it, and they're going to act out whatever it is that you're feeling. And then with the Seven of Wands, it's like, we have to cut through all the illusion and through all the bull crap, and that means that both of you have things that you guys have to literally just let go of before the end of the year, and just come clean with yourself, so that this reunion can occur. Because I feel that on both ends there are people that are meaning each of you are holding on to things that you both know you should have let go of, whether it's within the connection or with other people, what other people have done or said to you, because that is hindering the possibility of you guys coming back into reunion, because of the simple fact that you are holding on to something, one, that has nothing to do either with your person, or two, you're holding on to something that is of the past and is not in the present and does not belong in the future. Well, guys, that is all that I have for the Earth and Earth. I hope that you guys like this type of reading, and I'll see you guys real soon. Bye-bye.